Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night. I hope you will enjoy today's video, so let's just get into it.
Why do guys agree to go on a date and then not text back on the day of the date? Because obviously people change their minds, they're not feeling it anymore, but just be an adult, just say, I'm sorry, I can't make it, I'm not feeling it, I'm not in the mood. Then I'd be like, fine. And I'm talking about this because a guy's done it today. He's not texted me until the date is due to say, sorry, I can't make it. Like, what did you think I was going to do? Just sit around all day going, am I actually going on this date? And obviously this guy owes me nothing because he hasn't met me before, but I feel like it's just manners to say, sorry, I can't make it. Like, just have some manners.
You're complaining about being ghosted even though you weren't ghosted. I get it, he only canceled last minute, but maybe something happened. People do have lives and stuff may show up. Weird concept if all you do is TikTok. Even though, like I said, it's not ideal, he canceled last minute, but he still showed you manners. He could have just ghosted you and then you would have been right to complain about being ghosted, but this is not the case.
This is the level of like delusion I'm at right now. When I post on my Instagram stories, I think of one person, literally one person seeing it in my head, and it's like this guy that I have a crush on that I've never met in person. I've maybe exchanged like a couple DMs with him. He'll like my Instagram stories every now and then, and like that's where I'm like, I wonder what he's gonna think when I post this. Like, is he gonna like this? Is this I've never met this man in my life, and I barely speak to him, so what's wrong with me?
Not even therapists would be able to answer that question and you're asking TikTok.
The reason you lose interest when you're talking to a guy and you move from the dating app to WhatsApp or text is because we have been taught, it's been instilled in us to never let them get us to the second location. It's not you, it's your survival instinct.
Survival instinct. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Nothing more terrifying than write stuff on the same phone you're using all the time, only writing the same stuff on a different app. No, absolutely. You need to consider your safety at all time, right? Going on a first date, liking the guy, and moving the first date to a hotel room or his place. Now that's fine. Of course, your survival instinct is not kicking in that situation. But typing on your phone, nah, scary.
I've got a bone to pick with the men, and oh my god, I cannot wait for the comments. Alright, I'm so sick and tired of men saying, I want a good girl. Like, there's no good girl. All the men want a good girl until they realize that they actually have to step up and they have to change.
It's a good strategy. I'm gonna bash men, and oh my god, in the comments, they're gonna respond to me bashing them.
Please, if you want a good girl, you need to show that you need a good girl. You need to work on yourself. Really, it works hand in hand. If you have worked on your self-development, God instantly needs to put you with somebody else that's going to match you.
Sure, that's fine, but if it didn't happen for you before, that means you're not it. Maybe you're not a good girl you think or claim you are. Or it could be because you think a man needs to change for you. If you're looking for someone to train and respond to your commands, going for a man might not be the answer. Whatever you've heard on TikTok about that golden retriever boyfriend, that only exists on TikTok.
We can all agree that catcalling is bad, but my favorite catcall I've received of all time is when I was walking down the street and there was this like restaurant where there were like construction workers on the inside, like hanging up light fixtures or doing whatever. And I had my sunglasses on, you know, in my cute little like about to get crazy at brunch outfit. And I'm walking down, and then this construction worker on the inside, like there's glass between us, inside of the building goes, and just like followed me a little as I walked past, like while he was still on the other side. Like, it was great because there was something between us, no words were said. It was a simple, you know what, thank you. Like, thank you, King.
I always believe that everything you say before the word but pretty much has no meaning or value. And it's probably true in this situation. We can all agree that catcalling is bad, but, and it's not just that, but then she goes on and say, this one was her favorite. That means she had the same experience before and she also liked it, but this one made her top 10. So then, is it bad or not that much? Is it bad all the time or just sometimes? Or is it bad only when it doesn't make your top 10?
Okay, guys, you're not gonna believe this. Like, he literally ghosted me again. We were supposed to go on a date to eat sushi because it's one of my favorite foods, and he never texted. I called him, he never like call me back at all. And then he has the audacity to post a picture of him having sushi. And clearly he was with a girl. I really don't know what to do. Like, this guy, I mean, it's driving me nuts. If he gives a good excuse, I'll let you guys know. If not, bye-bye.
I don't know how to say this to you, princess, but you make those blonde girls who started that whole blonde girl stereotype look like rocket scientists. He ghosted you again, so that happened at least once before, and you still decided to go on a date with him. And now it's bye-bye only if he doesn't come up with a good excuse. What will be a good excuse in this case? The reason I have a problem with this is because tomorrow she's gonna start posting videos like all men are trash and she hates all men. And all that because she got played. Or better said, she let herself get played. There would be at least hundreds of men interested in her that would treat her right, that she's gonna start calling them trash because of this one guy and won't even realize that half of it is her fault.
I think it's so funny when men are convinced that girls become immediately obsessed with them and their friends know absolutely everything about them, when in reality, we do not know what your name is. Like, you are so irrelevant to the plot of the movie, you're not even a supporting role yet. So when my friend starts talking about a guy, I'll be like, who? And she'll be like, oh, seafood guy, or like Paris guy, whatever vague nickname we've come up with to define him as. But it's never his name, never. And then if a guy actually starts dating one of my friends, we still do not call him by his name. It will be so-and-so's boyfriend. So like, for example, Lexi's boyfriend. And he will be Lexi's boyfriend
Until he dumps Lexi for having you as a friend. But speaking of rocket scientists, yeah, they're not on TikTok. Cause if they were, they would know better to not act like they're these major experts on men. Men are convinced girls are immediately obsessed with them. Now you're talking about your girlfriends, not men. If you knew anything about men, you would know men don't use the word obsessed.
Okay, so there's clearly an epidemic of men lying about their heights on dating apps. We've all been there, done that, and it has gone way too far at this point. So I think that we need a solution. I feel like since there's already like the selfie verification when you get like the little check mark next to your name, we need that for like height verification. Like, men need to start submitting full body tape measure next to them pictures of their heights to get that verification so that we know that they're actually being truthful, because like it is just unacceptable at this point.
I agree, that should be a law. Full body for both men and women, and also a law forbidding pictures uploaded on dating apps with makeup, filters, or being photoshopped.
I was just walking through Walmart and this guy was aggressively whistling at me, and first off, like, why do guys do that? Second, I'm not a dog. And third, the next time a guy does that to me, I just thought of this when I got in the car, or else I would have done it in Walmart, I'm gonna start barking at them.
First of all, I'm not a dog, and second of all,
Like,
Never had anything like it. It says it's mayonnaise, ketchup, and wash your sister's sauce.
Did you just say wash your sister's sauce? First off, you shouldn't be washing your sister.
Says who? Listen, did you know that toads don't have teeth, but frogs do? Now you do.
okay, Mr. Alabama, you wash whatever you want, but it's time for you to take one back.
If you find yourself having a bad day today, just remember it could be worse. You could be in the Army.
What's the flight attendant talking about?
And this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.